I'm Margaret in Windsor, and I probably should have waited. I need to charge my phone, but yes, I'm upset right now. Um, and I'm going to put this video up. I think I should go sit in here though, so I'm going to sit in the bathroom, I guess, to get it to go up. I can hardly walk. I've been around toxic fumes, and God help me. Been through hell. I'm still going through it. Okay, well, I'm going to sit in here if you don't mind. Or this is the bathroom. I'm just going to sit here. I hope this doesn't offend anybody. Now, I put my life up here. A narrative tried to. Got nice people who've responded. Positive. Some that have been downright hateful, mean, cruel. And I didn't deserve it. So I've put all this up on YouTube and Facebook over the years. Now I'm going to put this one up. I've put it up before years ago, more than once, a few years back. I wanted to tell, I wasn't going to. I decided last night not to. God knows why I put in this role, I don't know. In case you know why I'm crying, I loved people so much. And to have all this done to me is beyond belief. So somebody doesn't think, I'm just going to put it short. I'm Margaret in Windsor. I was kidnapped in 41, age 2. My father's Edward VIII, married my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe from Wisconsin. She's an American. She was Queen of England in 36. My father was taken down by the Illuminati, your mafia, your Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers. And now, okay, I won't get on that right at the moment. My own uncle, they appointed monarch after they took my father down. He never married Wallace Simpson, a double did. Doubles, there were more than one, did the bad behavior attributed to him. I found out in 83, and I'm not going to go through all this. I've put up where I ran in a political campaign to replace one of the doctors I had written a book about and tried to get it published, and was almost killed April Fool's Day of 80 in Atlanta. I'm going to leave that there because I want to get to this, and I put it all up. I will say this, my mom and dad were still together, married. In October the 20th of 86 when I came to Roanoke. And they have when I was born, that was the kicker. They didn't expect my father and mother to have an heir. And I am legal. My father took steps he never meant to leave his post as king. He was forced out with lies, wouldn't follow their orders and the treaties that happened that brought about the global government, the United Nations, right up there with Rockefeller headquarters, where they control your media. Now, I didn't know until this year about, it led to I was telling about chipping, putting chips in heart bypasses, mind control murders and all that. The Tesla files that were stolen. And oddly enough, President Trump is president now. I'm writing about this in 76. And come find out about the Tesla files. You can cure an illness or create it. And it was a lot more in the files. But I'm getting off on what I really wanted to say. But anyway, Trump's uncle, he was a professor at MIT, was supposed to have stolen the files. Well, they were stolen by the Illuminati. I don't know if Trump, I hope he's not Illuminati. I like him. I believed in him. But anyway, his uncle was supposed to have stolen them. Well, the Illuminati have them, and then the FBI was supposed to have had them. Well, I got a letter from the FBI, ongoing investigation, national security involved, back June the 23rd of 79. I thought it was because of the book. The ongoing thing is what you can guess who I am and what's happened. The crimes and the pain against me and my sons. My sons are heirs after me, not Charles, not William and Kate, not Harry and Meghan. They're illegal and they all know the truth. Now, I want to get to this. When I was almost killed, went to work for the district attorney in Huntsville in 80, passed a background check. After what had been done to me, I could hardly think or talk what they did to me, and I'm past working for the district attorney, living at Warren House. And this was where they said I was told anything that can go wrong will, the Murphy's Law. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Nobody had to do this. I don't care who told who to do it. They should have said no. They knew better. It has been a road through hell. I put it up on here, at least what I could, as a narrative. I'm been kept penniless. I can't get suits. I can't get a policy that my husband, when he died, was supposed to have left me some funds, money, the policy. Oh, and I'm going to just fast forward to this. I have an autoimmune disorder. I'm allergic to chemicals. That has been deliberately used to run me, and my health is so bad it causes mass inflammation to any body parts. Your heart, I've got problems now, a heart arrhythmia that came about earlier this year. And I don't know what else. My kidneys can be really affected, and may be, I think. Liver, I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to get to this. I have lived with no clothes, no money hardly, enough to try to pay the rent. I've gone to the Appalachian Trail to live in the winter, freeze, starve, you name it. It was hell on wheels. People told not to help me. And they did what they were told, and most of it was all illegal as hell. So now then, on YouTube, somebody come on YouTube and was reading what I put up and said, what if everybody gives this lady $1, sends her $1? Well, as far as I know, that never happened. I gave my post office box, and when I went down there, it wasn't there, nothing. I'll take that back. One lady had sent, I think it was, well, I don't know, $20, $40, which is what the taxi I have to pay to get out there. Because I keep that post office box because I've been moved around so much. So anyway, there's people the last couple of months off YouTube who have sent me gifts and some clothing and food. And this one person had contacted me, and he sent me a money order. I don't cash checks. I haven't written a check in so long I can't remember. I haven't had a checking account. I use money order to pay what bills I can pay. First of all, I have to have money to pay, That's a requirement. I can't pay when I don't have money. I barely pay the rent. So anyway, this person sent me a money order. And I bet he wishes he hadn't got into this. Seems like a very nice person and understanding, as I think everybody really has. They have to. I couldn't make it up. Anyway, I went yesterday afternoon, a couple here. I would have had to pay a cab. And that wouldn't work because I'm low on money just to pay my rent. And I thought the money would be available. I go there once a month. I get my medicines there. I get what vitamins and what food there most all the time. So it's not like they don't know me. I've been going there since 2006. At that location, Kroger, Williamson Road, Bonsack, Roanoke, Virginia. Now, I've visited the Kroger on Rutledge, off Hirschberger. I've gone there quite a bit when I lived closer there. So there's a couple of times I've gone to other Krogers, a few times over all these years. So now then I go there to cash, and I called ahead to cash the money order. Should have been a simple thing, walk out with the money, which certainly would have helped me. Okay, I got there, and a couple that live here happened to take me down there, and thank goodness I didn't have to get a cab, and they didn't charge me. I went in, and I went through all this heck, and was told at the end of it, after I stood there and my cane fell on the floor a few times, picked it up, people wishing I'd get out of their way, because they wanted me just to move on. And the man, Jared, I think, Jarrett was there at customer service. And he went to his manager. They all know me, have seen me. If they don't, something's wrong, bad wrong. I hope this is going up. Anyway, it ended up that they got my social security number. I had my ID, Virginia State ID. Okay, I haven't committed a crime. They've certainly been committed against me, so many, numerous, and I can't get an attorney, that is outrageous. So anyway, they have, he told me, this is what he ended up after I'd stood there for quite a few minutes, a while. And he tells me that it was declined. I thought, what's declined? He says, well, the money's there and the person that sent it is not at fault. He said, but their service, and it's CERTA, I wish I had it, I meant to bring it in here, out of Tampa, Florida. This is what I was getting to the long way around. They declined, put a hold on it. In other words, the money's there, but they won't okay it for Kroger to give it to me. So today I called back Kroger. They gave me the number again down there that I could get through to this company. And got through at customer service. Drusilla was her name. So she was kind of nice and apologetic at first, and when she came back, it was like I'd committed a crime or something. She didn't give me a reason, just the whole was on it. They weren't going to cash it. That I quote her as Kroger had high standards for cashing. This is a money order. They have never cashed my check. I don't know what Kroger thinks they have on me. I've never done anything to them. I don't owe them a friggin' thing. In fact, if I'm such a bad character, why do they allow me to come in there and buy money orders and my pharmaceutical needs and my groceries each month? For how many years? Outrageous. Anyway, she was quite rude, and referred me to someone else. Like, I forgot who she referred me to now. I was so, my God. And then to clear it all up, which she didn't tell me what it was to clear up. I know how you clear it up. You put me before a court of law that the world has to watch. Just how you clear it up, honey. And I'm tired. I'm 80 years old almost, and I didn't commit the crimes. So now then that she's insulted me quite properly, if there's a proper way to insult you. So she's not going to help me. The money's there. So now I'm going to tell you this real quick. It won't go up. And all the hell and what they did to me April Fool Day of 80, being in Huntsville and then back on the sidewalk and street in Atlanta after I come back from Ronald Reagan's office. And I still had a copy of the book. I don't know how I managed to keep it all that time, really. And I put it in at the White House mailroom. You have to log it in this big book. And Reagan's first son that he adopted, not Ron, the other one, I forget his name, he's a talk show host. He had it on his lapel, his name. And he took my book, I had it all wrapped, and on the front I had, so you couldn't miss it, a letter from the FBI, and I had where my book had been sent to a publisher, and I had the book, copy of the book. I had all this inside too, but so they didn't ignore it. Well, someone told me you better put that in a safety deposit box because they'll take it off of you. Anyway, I ended up walking in the cold in October of 82, trying to get back to Atlanta. I can't find my children. I can't get alimony, if nothing else, that my husband owed me, or ex, whatever he was, he owed it to me. I got back down there and I was raped in Thomaston, Georgia. No, Martinez, Georgia. And taken to the forest and raped, in my book, and everything taken from me. Picture of my sons. Got back to Atlanta, and I'm going to leave it here. Well, I got to Lawrenceville, Georgia. I was taken there. That's where Larry Flint was shot and taken. Well, they took me to Lawrenceville and the emergency room. They pulled some hair follicles out of my hair, took my clothes, put me back out in the dark. No money, no. So I'm trying to hike it into Atlanta to go where? My point here, too, is I met this lady named Cheryl Turner. And believe it or not, she'd been married to Tony Orlando. I had met her in Huntsville back right out of high school. Anyway, she was going back to Orlando. I ended up going down there with her, and I'm getting my timeline mixed up. No, I'm not either. I made the trip October the 16th. I remember with this lady I'd met through Cheryl, this girl that married Tony Orlando. Okay, I went with her down through Tampa, Bradenton. She was taking a trailer back to her mom and dad, and I'd met her. Okay, I didn't have any money. That night was when Jennifer Martinez was kidnapped. Her father was Mayor Martinez, who later became governor, and then he became drug czar in the Walker administration. Okay, Bush, excuse me. Okay, now Jeb Bush was governor at this time. Now then, here we go. Later, Jennifer, the daughter of Martinez, when he's mayor, and I'm down there, and I go back down there working for the Tampa Hilton after she was kidnapped, November the 16th of 82. Okay, later I find out she's been returned to Fort Harrison Street, where the Rodriguez's, the Gonzaleses, and I can't remember the other name. She was not taken off the milk cartons. They put the missing kids on milk cartons, and this is going off. I know I don't have that much time on it. So anyway, I work at the Tampa Hilton. I've gone back down there and have no money or anything. It was really rough. I had met Cheryl again, and she had a job down there, and she helped me get down there. And I had gone to Tampa on the 16th when I went through that, she was kidnapped. Okay, I don't think you're going to find anything about Jennifer anymore. I've tried. Now, let me close this. I don't want everybody, nobody wants to hear all this. Anyway, I was sales secretary at the Tampa Hilton. And I'll tell you what, the CIA run Tampa Hilton. Bristol was the manager. Maisie was CIA. You had the girl that took my job through Kelly Services, was married to an FBI agent.